RMD. In the month of May 25th, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that I was inside a metropolitan area or city. I sensed I was inside an American city, most likely. The clouds above me were very big and very gray. Then my eyes focused upon spiral, dark and gray clouds. These particular clouds might have been one of two. These clouds were spherical, and I might have seen 2 or 3 of them, which were like hurricanes. They were formed like hurricanes, but not hurricanes that people would see in the sky, or like weathermen would see these hurricanes forming in the clouds through satellites as in space. But these particular storm clouds, or whatever they were like nearly vertical in the sky, and they were swirling around in the sky or the clouds behind these particular spherical hurricane or vertical hurricane type cloud. They were heavy, dark, dense clouds behind these vertical, spiral, weird-looking, for lack of a better word, hurricane cloud formations. Then after I took notice of these spiral clouds in the sky, I began to see people running for cover. And I also noticed that people were running, not per se because of seeing the spiral, vertical, hurricane-like clouds formation in the sky, but they were running from goblets or rain, very golden globs of drops of these things that look like rain. They was coming up from the sky, and they were gold in color, or kind of like a dirty brown, and they were very big. These individual droplets were very big. Anyhow, I have a drawing of what I see in this particular dream. Okay, as you see, these clouds were more or less like vertically, and there was nothing but dense, dark, muggy, foggy like clouds behind these spherical objects. And after I took notice of these spherical objects, I seen globs of golden like raindrops, just goblets of them, and people were running from these big rain droplets that could have been tainted with deadly material, in this liquid form. The next number in this piece is the number 7. This piece is called Section 10-5 Sun Dream, or S10-5 SND. In the month of June 4th, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today, I dreamt that I was in my house on Halsey Street. I was downstairs on the ground floor. I seen my oldest nephew inside this home. He walked into the hallway, and I quickly took notice of his face. His face was disformed. His bottom lip and upper lip side, he had like blisters on his face. And then he did not say a word to me, even though he was heading towards my direction. He showed no type of pain. In fact, he appeared impervious to what was going on with his face. And he also had blisters or sores or whatever on the top of his head as well. Then he stopped from walking towards me, and then he turned back around towards the house front, or the front part of the house that leads outside. And I spotted something on the back of his head. It appeared to me that he had a huge bump on the back of his head, or it might have been a big cyst or blister. Then his mother walked through the front door, and she said that she's going to take him to the emergency. Then the next thing that I seen inside this dream was that I spotted people walking around outside. The people before me appeared to be busying themselves with their daily chores or daily schedules. They were more or less minding their business as they was walking to and fro on the street outside. It was a very nice day out. I believe it might have been late spring or early summer. The atmosphere around me was very pleasant. I felt very happy and content. I believe I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, or I might have been wearing a long sleeve shirt that was rolled up to my elbows. The sky above me was light blue. The next thing that happened in this dream was that I decided to go up on the roof of my house. Now I believe I was at Halsey Street, or I might have even been at Ashley Street. I briefly seen my father and mother with me in this house, whether I was at Halsey Street or Ashley Street, but they were in this particular house I was in. And so I headed towards a ladder that would lead me up to the roof of my house. I climbed the ladder and I opened the roof door. I did not completely exit upon the roof. I just allowed my legs to stand on the ladder while my upper torso was leveled out on the roof surface. I looked around the roof and immediately I noticed the sun stationed to the left side of the sky. And then I took notice of the moon, which stood on the lower right side of the sky. The sky was a little gray out. And then I seen something black moving towards the lower right side of the sun. Then I looked at the moon and I also beheld something approaching the moon. Lower right side. I'm not sure if the moon was a full moon or almost a half a moon. Then I turned my attention away from the sun and moon so that I could shout down below these words. Are we supposed to have an eclipse? And does the moon supposed to go into an eclipse of its own? No one downstairs answered me back or answered my question. Then I took my eyes back on the sun and moon. The dark objects that were eclipsing the sun and moon simultaneously were almost nearly the size of the sun and the moon. I guess from my vantage point, made these black things in the sky look almost like the same size of the sun and moon. The next thing I seen in this dream was now I did not see the dark spheres anymore. I just seen our sun and our moon. Then the upper left-hand side of the sun exploded violently. The explosion I seen coming off the sun's upper left-hand corner were black. Then the sky above me appeared to slightly ripple and earth below me vibrated for about 1 second. Then I heard an explosive sound, and this the sound I heard sounded like a muffled Then the sky above me became flooded with black or very dark meteors that came in many sizes. I quickly climbed back down the ladder. I then seen my father and mother moving left to right and right to left. They looked terribly frightened. They did not know what direction they could flee to. I felt numbed. Then my father and mother both told me simultaneously, "You're all right. You are a prophet. You talked about these things." I said nothing to them as they spouted to me that I was right about these things. Then the last thing that took